we had fun in Mallorca. I love getting to hang out with you guys and enjoy a lot of keto carnivore meals together. How would you say when you guys are traveling, how is it different from what do you do at home? And like, what is a standard day for you? And I want to also touch on your morning routine because you're such an incredibly productive person and you're so busy and you have two kids and you get so much done every day. And I think it's really inspiring for people to know like what your daily routine is. Cause I know we've talked about it before and I know what it is a little bit, but I know that that's definitely was one of the questions that we received. So I guess the first part is like maybe what's your morning routine and then what's your kind of a regular day of like keto carnivore for you?
Definitely eat different while traveling than I do at home. Like, there was maybe a little bit of iceberg lettuce on my plate while we were traveling. That's not something I ever do at home. And part of it might be because I need to fill up a little bit more. And like the duck confit that we had there, I totally would have taken a second one, but you couldn't, right? There was only 50 portions. And so things like that I do to fill up. And I noticed, like we all kind of did that, just like Craig obviously didn't because of his illness, but like a lot of people did that, even though that's not something that was typical for them. And iceberg lettuce is basically water. So I'm not super fearful of that, but that's as far as really the vegetables go. But at home, I don't want to buy produce. I mean, we have 3 chest freezers
Yeah.
because I bow hunt and fish and they're filled with meat, and all I have to do is like while my kids are helping clean up for dinner, I take out stuff for the next day. And so it's nice and thawed. And I love that I don't have to go to the store. I do miss the European lifestyle where you like buy your food for the day. I think that's really cool, but we stock up. I don't live near a grocery store. I can't walk to one. And so our freezers are just filled with fish and meat and stuff like that. So that's one thing that saves me a lot of time is if I don't hunt it, the food is mailed to me. I don't like to go to the store. And that's what's great about being a carnivore. You can get Butcher Box or Sizzle Fish or US Wellness Meats. It all gets mailed right to you. So you don't have to waste time driving to the store, waiting in line in this fluorescent light. Like I hate all that fake stuff. And so that's one thing that I do to save time. The reason why I can accomplish anything is because you need to marry somebody named Craig. I mean, he is like the man. He's the one that primarily homeschools the kids. I do more of the fun stuff like Fayed and cooking with them and that type of stuff. But he's really like awesome at helping me get things accomplished that needs to get done. But my morning routine is I'm the first one to bed in our house because I'm also the first one awake because that's the only quiet time I have. And so like today I was up at 4:30 and I was working then. And sometimes like I work with like someone was from the UK this morning. And so her time is much different than mine. And so it just worked out that, at 5 a.m. I'm going to give her a call because that's a good time for her. So that doesn't bother me. I'd rather get up early than stay up late. I'm definitely a morning bird. So I usually work in the morning and then I'll get my kids breakfast going. And then I usually take off on a run. So, and this is all fasted. I don't drink coffee. And I know that you couldn't too, yay. But I definitely, I go for a really long run. Even like I should show you. It's like super snowy out. Can you see all the snow?
Wow.
Yeah. So there's lots of snow. And so I wear scuba socks to keep warm. Otherwise my toes would freeze. I have a big face mask on and everything. Sometimes I'll lift weights, but I've been out of that routine since we've been back from Europe. And I'm just trying to get everything done for the holidays and stuff. So that's after I run, that's when I break my fast. And today I had duck confit because I'm really like loving that duck confit. I never liked poultry before.
Best breakfast ever.
I know, I never liked poultry before, but this is because my mom hates this story, but you know, Weight Watchers, she would boil chicken and that's how we ate chicken. It was chicken breast that was boiled. And I just remember this. That's what I thought poultry was.
Yeah, duck is all the dark meat.
I know, but like duck confit we had at Low Carb Universe, and so I made a whole bunch of confit duck, and then all I have to do is when I get back from a run, I throw it in my air fryer and it crisps up the skin, and it's delicious. So.
I love duck because it's that dark meat and the crispy skin and everything. I finally just got my air fryer. I ordered it like 3 months ago and they kept sending it from Amazon Germany, and like something would happen along the way. So I ordered it 4 times and I finally got it today.
I heard it's really hard to get air fryers over there.
Yeah, this one is actually really cool looking too. It's like kind of boxy, but Amazon Germany had it, and I hear it's so great for poultry because poultry is easy to either undercook and it's like raw or overcook and it's dry.
Yeah.
But with the air fryer, it seems like, is that?
Well, do you like chicken wings?
Yes, I love them.
Okay, so that's what I had yesterday. So now I'm like all in this poultry stuff. So this is the trick for chicken wings, and it's in the book too, the air fryer book. But cook it at a lower temperature, like 350 for like 25 minutes, and flip them halfway through. And that's gonna slowly cook it so it's nice and moist. And then the last like 6 to 8 minutes, crank that heat up as high as it can go, like 400 or 425. And then that's going to crisp up the skin and rotate it after halfway through.
Oh,
but slowly cook it at a lower temp and then crank it at the end for the chicken wings. And I highly suggest using a little bit of truffle salt on them.
I have truffle salt. I'm obsessed with truffle and like truffle cheese, and they have it. Oh, they have a lot of it here.
Yeah, I heard that like Craig was doing research on mushrooms. They're not technically a plant.
Their own kingdom.
They're in the carnivore kingdom, so you can have truffles or mushrooms. They're approved because they're kind of like a living organism.
Yes, and they have a lot of really cool benefits to them, and adaptogens and stuff. With the mushroom coffee, I love mushrooms. Like I'm like really happy that they're their own kingdom.
Yeah,
keeping them in it's just kind of fun to have like a little bit of variety too, or like burgers with mushrooms. So
that umami. Yeah
exactly. So you have like a standard first meal like after your workout?
Yep. And that's usually like, today I was up so early, it was like at 9:30.
Yeah.
So to some people that's like when they're getting up, I don't know. But yeah, that was at 9:30. And then doing work, whether it be writing podcast, making a recipe, working with the kids. It's always something. In the summertime, you can find me on my bicycle at this time with my kids. I really like biking and swimming and that type of stuff. But this time of year, it's work mode for sure. I do a lot of my work when it's, cold out. And then I'll have, I usually play games with the kids in the afternoon, whether it be Scrabble. We played Scrabble yesterday. It's usually like an educational type game. And then I'll have a second meal around 5.
Yeah.
I'm usually not even hungry until then at all. And then I'm in bed by like 8 o'clock.
That's awesome. You're perfectly aligned with the circadian clock there.
Yeah, I try not to, I grew up on a midnight snack, and I want to, you want to manipulate your hormones and the human growth hormone. And so not eating 3 hours before bed was just something that not only does it make me not feel good if I do that, but it was a hard habit to break because my mom, I swear we were going to like fade away at night if we didn't eat before bed. So habits die hard for sure.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's such a great way to do your routine and do kind of your deep work first thing in the day when you're the most fresh. And
yeah, all the greats worked when they were fasting. You name it, they all did pieces of, whether it be intermittent, like Gandhi, or no, I'm thinking of Buddha. We think of him as this fat jolly man, and he wasn't fat at all, but he found enlightenment. He gave up everything and he fasted for so long he almost died. That's not where he found enlightenment. It was when he did intermittent fasting where he shortened the window of time of when he ate and he, you know, didn't give up everything. He, you know, because he gave up all of his money and everything. It was in that middle ground where he found enlightenment, you know?
It makes sense because he would like you'd be in ketogenesis and then you're getting, lots of nourishment, nutrients, but you're kind of balancing it out where you're, you know, yeah, that totally makes sense. That's
Yeah,
really interesting.
totally.
Now, I know I think you said you were